Good afternoon and welcome to Central Coast in New South Wales. We're here for your first of two clashes today on your Wednesday afternoon. We've got the Cairns Firehawks that have made the trip down to take on the Central Coast Lions, the home team heroes. In the box with me today, I've got Ryan Wilmot, the Melbourne Ravens mentor. Wilmot, how are you going today, mate?
I'm good, yourself, Josh. Great to be down here on the sunny Central Coast for a top-of-the-table clash.
Absolutely, a bit of movement in the last couple of weeks. But before we get too far into this, I'm just going to introduce a new commentator in the ranks here. On the sideline, we've got rookie Mitch Barnes. Mitch, how are you feeling?
Pretty excited, thanks, Josh. It's a lovely afternoon down here at Gosford, and I can't wait for this game to kick off.
Yeah, look great. Look, it's going to be a great crowd here. Good game. I'm looking forward to it here. As we get the ball kicked off by Reese Davies, the number 7 for Central Coast. It's going to be Chevy Winchester that's going to field it across and throw a big, deep cutout ball out to Jay McBob. He's going to get wrapped up for tackle 1. The Firehawks are going to go for a left side shift here. Alian, the second rower, now trying to make the meters up here. Arun Strat, the big number 10, the big fiery redhead number 10. 3 tackles gone, just over the TVC Live logo. We're going to go inside-outside cutout there. Ross Buckley, actually, that's something we'll discuss here, fellas. The Firehawks, they've made a bit of change to their backline, throwing Ross Buckley the reins at fullback and putting Bailey Munro-Johns and Harrison Coward in the centres there. A bit of an interesting decision. I'll grab your thoughts in a moment, Wilmot, as the ball's kicked to the corner of Fraser O'Neill, and Fraser gets past one, but Ross Buckley, his first real challenge, at the fullback helm. And how do you think it's going to go for him?
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting switch made by the mentors here, considering their best fullback is now being shifted around. So Buckley's definitely got some big boots to fill here today. Hopefully he can get the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. As he's going to throw an offload, a late tackle there, but it's been called a knock-on from the Firehawks. That's interesting there. But the Lions, they'll get the ball back and they'll be on the 40-meter line. The Lions are going to have some great field position. They're going to hopefully try and convert it a little bit here with Fraser O'Neill. We're going to go towards the middle, a bit of a settler from Matthews. As we go back over the left side of the field now, heading back towards the middle, Shelby Winchester. It's the battle of the Winchesters tonight. Chevy Winchester in the 7 and Shelby in the 1. You're going to see some fireworks from those two men. As 4 tackles gone, 34 metres gained from the Lions there. Bit of a slow set for them, I'd say here. They definitely could be doing better. But going to go to the sky. Robson with the kick. Eden Hills there with a great catch under pressure. We're going to go out to the 20 for a 20-metre restart. As they go for a bit of a 2-passer. Arun Strat, he'll get the bump off here. Mitch, how's the crowd going at the moment?
The crowd down here, mate, is going crazy. After that one little error by the Firehawks, the locals are really giving it to them, and they're getting behind their team in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't they? Central Coast, they've always been a great crowd to come up to, always loud, vocal, and love their footy. So I'm keen to see how they go for the rest of the game here and see if the Lions can deliver for them. As we go out towards the wing, Digby Johnson teetering with that touchline there. A bit of an odd spot for him to be, but we're going to go back towards the middle of the field now. Mick Bob there with the ball, trying to get past, I believe it's the number 9 for the Lions. 5 tackles gone. We're going to look to the air here. They're going to pass it back to the pocket. It's going to be Jimmy Lopez with the ball. He's going to go for a grubber kick. Bit of an interesting decision. But the Lions, they'll clean it up.
Dog's breakfast of a kick there.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting choice. I like me a good grubber kick, but maybe not 30 metres out. But Shelby Winchester now. He'll try and get past one. As Jono Cashman now, he'll take up the ball. Mid-range set here so far. They've had a couple tackles gone, and we're just reaching over halfway now. They're going to go for not an attacking kick. I'd imagine they'd be kicking to the corners here. They pass it to Carter Ross, who gets in the way, so they're actually not going to kick it at all. And it's going to be a changeover just shy of halfway.
Poor ending to what was going to be a good set again by the Central Coast Lions. I don't know about you, Josh, but so far through the first 10 minutes, it seems the Firehawks are choosing to go through the hands a lot more than the Lions. And I still don't know if that's the best way to go about it yet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Firehawks, they do like to play through the hands a little bit. Same with the Lions. So I'm interested to see how that brand of footy is going to work for both sides. But so far, the Firehawks have got some good field position, couple of tackles up hand. We're going to travel over the 40-metre line. Ross Buckley's going to put the steps on one, but it's the tackle of Carter Ross, I believe it is, that's going to stop him. We're going to shift now 2 passes to the halfback, the 5'8", Jimmy Lopez. We're going to pass back to the pocket. Digby Johnson with the ball. He's going to kick it to the corner of Sevu Singh, and he's not going to get past the tackle there. As Cashman now... Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Ryan.
It was good to see they got a better kick off that time. Chose to go with the high ball instead of a grubber.
Absolutely. Grubber was not the play for that previous tackle, but just on the TBC Live logo here, 30 metres gone, 3 tackles. They're going to shift it out to the left side, going through Lachlan Martin Jr., the captain. The Firehawks defence seem to be pushing them back a little bit here, so great work from them so far, but Sevu Singh's going to be nice and close to that touchline. Touch judge Snicko, bro. He's eagle eyes there. It's not going to let anything go. As Cashman's now going to put the ball to boot to ball. That's the one. Ross Buckley, though, is going to get wrapped up in a nice strong tackle. Whitaker will try and get us up over the 40-metre line. Firehawks, they seem to be transitioning from attack to defence and defence to attack relatively easily. The Lions there seem to be getting a little bit stuck in second gear almost. As the Firehawks will cross over halfway, tackle 3. Jay McBob now. Ross Buckley now puts the steps on. Ross Buckley tries to get around the fullback Shelby Winchester, but he's got his number. He is not letting him through. 5 tackles gone. We're going to put it in the pocket. Jimmy Lopez is going to put the ball up. That's a good kick, good attacking kick, but Fraser O'Neill was all over it there, and Jimmy Lopez makes the tackle.
Just not enough kick pressure on that one, and again from the Firehawks, no real pressure on the catcher.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like they weren't contesting for the kick really in that one, which is a little bit disappointing. You'd always love to see a bit of a contest for the kick. But meanwhile, the Lions are going to get us up to the 30-metre line as they get a little 2-passer out to Matthews. He's going to get driven backwards. We're hovering around that TBC Live logo at the moment, but we're going to go towards the touchline, but an inside ball to Shelby Winchester. He's going to get past 1, but can't get past the tackler there. 5 tackles gone. They've only made 20 metres, so they've done well to contain them, the Firehawks. And Reece Davies is going to put the ball over to the left-hand side, which is Eden Hills. Eden Hills going to get the legs motoring, but can't get past the second line of defence there. Mitch, so far we're about 20 minutes into the game here. What's the conditions like?
The conditions are lovely down here on the field. There's a nice breeze coming off Gosford Waterfront, and the crowd is going crazy. The crowd's really getting behind the local heroes. Oh, back to you, Josh. It looks like they're making a nice break down the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. The crowd would be getting nice and crazy for that there. Cashman with an intercept, as we're going to be within the 10 metres here. Carter Ross now, the big number 10, is trying to barge over, but unsuccessful there. Reece Davies is going to take a settler. He's going to push forward. John Boy Marvin now is going to take us upstairs to the bunker just to double check. He says he's got a no try. I understand why he might have missed that there. He had the goalpost in the way. But yeah, look, that's ball on ground there. That's great work from him to get there. Bit of a poor tackle from the 8 and the 9 there. The 9's kind of just a bit of a passenger in that tackle, but great work. Great way to start it off, and great way to reward your home fans getting the first try on the board.
Yeah, disappointing for the Firehawks there. After the back of a good defensive set, they just throw away the ball straight back to the Lions, who then capitulate onto that ball and then get some points off it.
Absolutely. As Reece Davies, he slots this one perfectly straight over the black dot to take it to a 6-0 lead with 21 minutes played. I guess, women, if you were the Firehawks here, how would you want to kind of bounce back? What are you kind of looking for in this set?
I think they need to go back to the basics. Just run it up straight through the middle of the field. Stop trying to go through the hands so early in the set. Try and work for the space, not pass it along the sides and try and go around them, go through them. And then obviously be better in defence. And I think if they can do that, they can definitely get back into this game.
Yeah, no, fair enough. That's great insight from you there, Wilmot. As Cashman, he'll take it up to the 30-metre line for the Lions. As they try and go through their own captain now. They're making some decent meters. 3 tackles gone. We're going to cross over the 40-metre line. Heading to the left-hand side of the field towards that SRL logo. Sevu's thing's going to get driven backwards towards the touchline. Great work for him to get to the ground. Early 40-20 attempt I can see here. That's a good distance, but the angle is just not quite enough, and Ross Buckley's there to take it. But again, he's wrapped up nicely there by the number 3. As Junior Butterfield, the legacy player here, he'll get up to the 40-metre line. Firehawks with some good field position. Hopefully they're looking to try and get something out of it here. But J. McBob, he gets past one. He gets through a breakaway. Jimmy Lopez throws a dummy, but then gets absolutely walloped there by the number 10, Carter Ross, for his troubles. 3 tackles gone. We're within the 30. This is great field position for the Firehawks. They shift to the left again. Ross Buckley puts the steps on. Ross Buckley's wrapped up by the fullback, Shelby Winchester. 4 tackles gone. Great field position for the Firehawks to strike back here. But Alian, he's wrapped up. He's wrapped up, pushing over the line. He's going to get pushed on his back. Referee Sonny Tyres said we're going to go out to the 10 here for last tackle. 5 tackles gone. They're going to go to Jimmy Lopez. He's going to put the grubber in, but he drops the ball. He just went way too late in the line there.
Some great defence shown by the Lions there to hold their own line. But again, just a poor end to the set for the Firehawks, just leading to a cheap turnover.
Absolutely. And the crowd would be loving that set of defence straight after the try there. But Carter Ross, he's going to get the crowd on their feet even more after that break. Is that right, Mitch?
Yeah, that's right. The crowd was going crazy with that great defence by the Lions, but there's also a small contingent of Firehawks fans here, and they were going absolutely insane with that attacking set from the Firehawks.
Absolutely, and it's a great set that they should be applauded for. It was just a poor last tackle option, but the Lions here with another poor. That's pretty poor as well. Bit of a lack of concentration, I'd have to say, to knock the ball on, but knock it onto an offside player is that's something else entirely. As the Firehawks are going to get a cheap get out of jail free card here, as they'll start their set over halfway through Digby Johnson. First tackle gone. We're just over into the Firehawks territory. Chevy Winchester, that is, will try and get us through further. Heading back towards the middle here, Arun Strat, he'll get us over the 30-metre line. Firehawks are really rumbling down the field here, looking to make these Lions pay for that lapse in judgment with that offside penalty there. 4 tackles gone. Heading back towards the left side of the field now. Heading towards that corner. Jay McBob now. He gets driven backwards. Last tackle. We're about 15, 20 metres out from the try line. They're going to pass it back to Jimmy Lopez. He's going to put the bomb up. And there's going to be no one around him there, but he's caught it in the field of play. Shelby Winchester going to get it out just to about that 8 metres there. But again, the Firehawks kick chase have let them down here again. A really well-placed kick, but no one there to take that one, Wilmot.
Definitely a better set from the Firehawks there, and as we've seen, going up through the middle with 3 consecutive runs, then look to pass it to the sides. Definitely earned the way to pass the ball there.
Absolutely. As the Firehawks force a turnover, Alian now with the ball. The Firehawks are going to get another chance to equalise this game here with about 9 minutes to go. Chevy Winchester gets the pass out to Ross Buckley, the fullback, but he's going to get driven back 10 metres out. 10 metres out, 2 tackles gone. We're going to go back towards the middle of the field. Hoji now out to Strat. He'll keep pushing up in the line. Pushing up, and Shelby Winchester with the tackle there. A nice long ball, but it nearly was an intercept. Alian now.
Oh, he's got there.
Yeah, I think he's gotten there. He's pushed through. He hasn't given up. Sonny Tyre is going to take us to the box here. He says it's a no try, but that is absolutely a try. He's just monstered through. The tackle of, that is Cashman and
Matthews.
My controller is right here. It's on. Okay. Who is that, number 12?
Charlie Matthews.
Matthews. All right, 3, 2, 1. Slight technical issues, but that's a tackle of Cashman and Matthews there, but he gets that down. That's a great try. Great effort from the Firehawks to get that one down, and Chevy Winchester's going to have an opportunity to make it 6-all with 8 minutes to go before the break.
And again, like I said before, Firehawks straight down the middle, and it's paid off dividends with a try there.
Absolutely, as Chevy Winchester now, he gets that one with the win, gets it over. So we're going to be 6-all with about 7.5 minutes of play here. And Mitch, how's the crowd after that there? They had some really good moments with their team, but they've just let in a try.
Yeah, Josh, the local supporters of the Lions were pretty upset about letting that try in, but let me tell you, the Firehawks fans, they were just absolutely loving that.
Yeah, look, great to see the small band of travelling supporters that made their way down from Cairns and other areas. Good to see the support for the Mines here. But the Lions will get the ball out to Jamie Bob. We've got 7 minutes left here to see if we can get someone leading this game, or if we're going to go into the break with a tie on our hands. But Travis Whitaker, the co-captain, will take us up to the 20. Little Jamieson shuffle from Josh Hogie there, getting us up to the 40-metre line. 3 tackles gone. We're going to go towards the left-hand side of the field. Alien now with a break into deep space there, over halfway, over 40, and it's the tackle of Shelby Winchester that's going to stop him on the 40-metre line. With a quick, sharp pass there, we get out to J. McBob. He's going to take us up the middle of the field. Last tackle now, out of range for an attacking kick. I'd imagine we'd be looking to the sky here, and they kick it across field to Sevising's in space, and he's made Ross Buckley look like a fool there. He's dove at air, but in the chase, is Chevy Winchester, and Chevy Winchester's going to make the tackle. Great work for him to not give up after that, but the Lions, they're rumbling, and Adam Bazerman, he's going to make a nice dummy half bash, a couple metres out from the line, and it's going to be an offside penalty right in front of the goalpost here, and absolutely take the 2. Reece Davies now, he's going to have an opportunity to take it to an 8-6 lead. 8 points to 6 lead with 4 minutes left till half time. I guess Wilmot. Yeah, absolutely.
Poor decision by the Firehawks. Now they're going to go into half time, more than likely down by 2. They should have just held strong, kept their line, but just too eager to get in and make the stop.
Absolutely. It was very much of a letdown, I'd imagine, for the Cairns fans at home and at the ground. But nevertheless, we've got a couple minutes left to play, and I'm sure both teams are going to leave it out on the field here, as Chevy Winchester is going to get us back underway. Kick right down the guts here. It's going to be Chevy Winchester that fields it, gets the pass out to James. As we go to the left side of the field here, Lachlan Martin Jr., the captain, he'll take us up to the 30-metre line. The tackle of Chevy Winchester there that gets that one done. Carter Ross now, he'll take it up to the 40-metre line here. About 2 minutes left to play here, 40 metres out from their own line. Matthews now, he'll get us up halfway between the 40 and 50, 4 tackles gone. They go to the middle of the field here, the Lions, and the Lions are going to kick from their own 40 here, from their own side of halfway. They're going to kick the ball. It's a bit of a shallow kick. Not really an attacking kick you'd imagine you'd want to do here. But Eden Hills, nevertheless, gets past 1. He's going to go towards the middle of the field. He's got metres left, but he's going to get wrapped up here. We've got about 40 seconds left to play till half-time. Great try-saving tackle from the Lions. The Firehawks are going to go to the right-hand side of the field. Arun Strat now. He's got about 15 seconds. He's going to have to make a quick play the ball here. One last play, I'd imagine, we've got before half-time. Quick pass out to Harrison Coward, not Howard. But anyway, that's going to take us into the break. We'll see you after the break. And welcome back to SRL TV for your first game on what day are we? Wednesday. First game on your Wednesday afternoon. We've got the Central Coast Lions, the home side, leading 8 points to 6. Ryan, you crunched the numbers, you looked at the stats there, and I guess, did you see anything you wanted to highlight?
Yeah, it's a pretty close contest here this afternoon. Both teams completing 8 sets, with the Lions having 10 and the Firehawks having 11. Errors again, quite even. 3 to the Lions, 4 to the Firehawks. Obviously a penalty apiece. Tackles pretty even as well. 65 to the Lions, 69 to the Hawks. Missed tackles 9 to 7 to the Lions. Line breaks 10 to 6 to the Firehawks. So as we see O'Neill make a break here and take it into touch.
He's ushered over the sideline there. Wow, crazy. Not a great way to start your set after half time. But was there anything else that you did catch that you wanted to bring up? Or was that about it?
I did catch the fullback switch made by the Firehawks with moving Ross Buckley to the fullback position. After the first half, he's actually had 80 metres ran off only just 7 runs, with also 2 line breaks. So far it seems that the Firehawks switch at the fullback role has actually paid off quite well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I did look at the stats with you there as well, and it was a bit of an interesting stat line to look at. But Digby Johnson goes through a gap. It's the second time he's done that in this set, as the Firehawks, they're closing in on the try line. They're looking to start this half off with a bang. They're going to go to the left-hand side. Alian now. 4 tackles gone. Make that 5 tackles gone. Last tackle. We've got our kicker in the pocket. They're going to shift it back to Hoji, the hooker. He's going to put the bomb up across field. We're going to have 2 players go up for it, but O'Neill's going to catch it in the field of play and then get driven back over the goal line. So the Firehawks are going to get the ball back here. Great way to end the set.
They've definitely come out firing from the sheds at half time. Completely different side, the Firehawks here.
Absolutely. I'd imagine they would have cocked a bit of a spray from their mentors, Leo and Rayno Driscoll, as the Firehawks field this one back up over the 40-metre line. Mitch, did you happen to catch any of the halftime reports there, or are you too occupied with the bar?
No, mate, I was definitely at the bar. I had a couple of quick ones, but then I quickly made my way down to the sheds, and I could definitely hear the mentors really giving it to both teams. And I think all teams should be very impressed with how they're going.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a really good game. It's not really what you see from a Mines level game here, but Alian, he goes on a bit of a run there. 5 tackles gone. Same position we were in last time. Last set they were down here. They're going to go to Jimmy Lopez now. He's going to put a crossfield one to the other side of the field. And Sevu Singh is going to pluck that out of the air nicely in the in goal. So we're going to go out to the 20 for a 7 tackle set.
Unfortunate too, because the Firehawks are looking for back-to-back set restarts there. But definitely on it. I'll be surprised if we get a try in the next 20 minutes from them.
Absolutely. They've applied a bit of pressure here. 2 back-to-back sets, and they're still in a good field position at the moment. But Shelby Winchester's going to have something to say about that as he tries to get through multiple defenders. He gets just shy of the 40-metre line. We're going to go to the captain. He's going to get it out to Jono Cashman, who is going to get driven backwards towards his own 40. 3 tackles gone. It seems like they're just a bit stagnant here, the Lions. They're going to get a short ball to Robson. Robson is going to get it out to Carter Ross, who's going to get us up over halfway. 4 tackles gone here. The Lions, they seem to be stalling a little bit. They can't get into that third gear here, as Martin Jr., he's going to take us up. 5 tackles gone. We're going to give it out to the pocket of Robson. He's going to put it down to the corner. It's going to be Eden Hills with the ball. Dangerous tackle breaks he had in the first half, but he gets past 1, but Shelby Winchester's going to make the cover tackle. We're going to go back down that short side to Lopez, who's on the wing. Interesting way there, but he's just put his elbow out. Great work from the Lions there to work him in the tackle there, and as Jimmy Lopez is going to get up, he's just placed his arm on the sideline.
Yeah, unfortunate error there. But like everything, play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Absolutely. Unfortunate for the Firehawks, but I'm sure that the Lions crowd are loving that there. But Dele Alli, who's playing his final game for the Lions here, will take that ball up. Across to Zach Robinson. Robinson back down to the 30-metre line. 3 tackles gone. They've just gone kind of coast to coast here. Sideways to sideways. Sideline to sideline, sorry. But Reece Davies will try and settle their set here. 4 tackles gone. Heading back to the middle of the field. Late pass from Cashman to Winchester. Winchester gets driven backwards. 5 tackles gone. Only 22 metres made in the set, and we're not in the red zone. They're going to get it out to Robinson. He's going to put the kick across to Butterfield. Butterfield's going to catch it and stand still. He's going to get going again. Gets to Winchester, but can't get around him. Mitch, to start the second half here, we've had about 10 minutes of play. How are the crowd going at the moment?
The crowd are really getting behind both teams. It's a close game, and there's a lot of defence from both teams, and they're really loving it.
Absolutely, as Ross Buckley adds a couple more metres to his tally there with that nice line break he made. 4 tackles gone. Harrison Coward now. He'll play the ball. Getting us out to Whitaker, the Cove captain. 5 tackles gone. Just outside of the 20 metres here. They're going to get it to Johnson. 2 pass out to Winchester. He's going to put a short bomb on the 20. It's going to come back to Coward, but Coward's going to get driven back over the 20-metre line, and we're going to have a changeover. Lions now with a chance to get out of their own 10, out of their own 20, out of their own half even, as James is going to make a break, getting us up to the halfway line. He's still pushing. Great post-contact meters from the man there. We're going to go to the left side of the field. 2 passes out to Childs. Childs now bringing us back in. He's going to straighten up a little bit. Back towards the post. Robinson with the inside ball to Cashman. Cashman back over the 40-metre line. 3 tackles gone now. They've just wasted 2 tackles here on the 40-metre line. Out to Childs. Childs gets past 1. Goes to try and wrong foot Ross Buckley, but gets wrapped up in a nice tackle from him. Laying in the tackle a little bit long there to Firehawks. We're going to go back towards the middle of the field. Basman to James. 2 passes were made there. Last tackle. Great position for the Lions here in the red zone. We're going to go to the pocket. Robinson put the bomb up. The kick chase is coming in for it. Oh, nearly bobbled it. He's bobbled it there, but he has maintained it. And we're going to get out to the 10-metre line.
Yeah, good defusal there by the Firehawks, but definitely a bit hairy there.
Absolutely, one that I would love to have back if I was him there, and another one that's nearly gone boom. Rune Strat now recovers that, get up to the 40-metre line. So multiple things going wrong for the Firehawks in this set, but they're still making some solid meters here as Digby Johnson tries to get us up onto halfway, which he does. 4 tackles gone. In the middle of the field here we are. We're going to go to the left with Jimmy Lopez. Bit of an odd choice from a half there to take yourself out of last tackle kick options. We've got Digby Johnson in the pocket on the left, but they're going to pass it deep to Winchester. He's going to put the kick down to the wing of Sevu Singh. Dangerous man to kick it to. He gets past 1. He nearly gets past Ross Buckley, but Ross drives him back. Great work from Ross there. As Robinson gets the ball to Basman. Basman's going to go for a bit of a run here over the 40-metre line. 2 tackles gone. This is great stuff from the Lions. Great way to change up what they usually do. But Cashman's going to go for a bit of a run himself here. We're going to be over the 40-metre line, just shy of the 30-metre line. So Lions in some really good field position. 3 tackles gone, and they're getting close to this red zone here. With about 20 minutes left to play. 8 points to 6 is the score. As the Lions are going to shift 2 passes over to the left-hand side, just shy of the 20-metre line. So just over the 20-metre line, last tackle. They're going to look to the sky, I'd imagine, and that's exactly what they do. The sky of the left field here. We're going to go up for the ball. Charles goes up for the ball, but gets driven back towards his own try line by, that'll be Chevy Winchester that makes the tackle there. Great work from the Firehawks. Great defense, and that's a great set from the Lions as well.
Yeah, it's an unlucky end to the set there for the Lions. Had some great hands and some great channels run throughout that whole set. More of that, and I think they'll be in a good position.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right there, Wilman. As Alian now goes on a bit of a break himself there. 40 metres he made off that, up over the 40-metre line for that tackle. As Lopez gets it across to Winchester, the halves combined, getting us up over halfway. 4 tackles gone for the Firehawks. Couple left in the set here. As we're going to go back over to the middle of the field. We're in Strat now. Bit of a settler before last tackle. We've got the 2 halves in the pocket here ready to go. I'd imagine they'd go left, and that's what they do. They go left to Lopez. Lopez from the 40-metre line puts it down to Fraser O'Neill, makes a return. He gets the steps on 1. He's got space in front of him. But Ross Buckley with an amazing angle tap there to stop what would have been a try from Fraser O'Neill. He had space in front of him, but as James makes that great break there and drives us back towards the halfway line. The Lions looking to capitalise on this line break, and they're going to make another one. That's 3 straight line breaks and 3 straight tackles. Martin Jr. with this one. As we go left to Sevu Singh, who was tightrope walking. That's the one. Tightrope walking on the sideline. 5 tackles are gone here. With me last tackle, James takes the settler. 10 metres out from the try line here. They'll be looking for an attacking kick. They go left. They put a grubber in. And Coward just stands still. Great work not to go into the touch and goal line there, as he's going to get out to the 10-metre line.
No, another nice defensive step on their own line there by the Firehawks, but also another great set by the Lions, just charging downfield with making multiple breaks.
Absolutely. Great. This has been a great game from both sides. Nice close score so far. We've got about 14 minutes left to play, and I don't really know where we're going to go here, as Jay McBob gets us over 4 tackles, 40-metre line, as they're going to look to go for an early 40-20 attempt here. It's a great kick from Lopez, great depth, but the angle's just not quite right, and Shelby Winchester's going to recover it. Going to get past 2 tacklers there, but Ross Buckley, the man, he's there for him, ready to go, and he holds him in the tackle there too. So a bit of a brain fade there from Ross Buckley, the fullback. Great work. He's done some great things in this game, but that's just one of those things that he's going to want to forget in his kind of fullback debut, I'd have to say. But the Lions, 40 metres out from the try line, they're going to have their work cut out for them, because this Firehawks defence has been great. And they look to go to the left side of the field here. James now, he'll get past 1, but can't get past Chevy Winchester, that is. Chevy, a bit slow in the tackle, trying to rotate around him. But the Lions, through Winchester, is going to get past 1 and going to get up to the 10-metre line here. The Lions fans must be loving this one as we go closer and closer towards their try line. Sevu Singh, he gets past 1 and he gets the ball down. Sevu Singh's going to take this to a 12-6 lead for his first try of the day. Great work from the Lions there, Will.
Some great movement through the set there by the Lions, and again, just finding the right channels to go through, just punishing the Firehawks defence. But I think there's one person in that Firehawks team that will be kicking themselves the most.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, to not to keep going on about it there, but he's going to be pretty down about that there, because he's ultimately cost his team the try there. But let's not look at all the bad things there. Ross has done some great things in this game, especially for his first go around at fullback as well. So I'm keen to see how the stat line shows him going. But Mitch, how's the crowd? Are they back into this one here?
Oh, they're definitely back into it, Josh. The Lions erupted when they got that try. They had 3 really good sets, made plenty of meters, but the Firehawks defense, that was on point, except that one little mistake. But they're still in this game.
Absolutely. And if anything's, if my time as Mines commissioner and even as a Mines player has taught me anything's going to happen, especially in this last 10 minutes coming up. So strap yourselves in. We've got 8 points. 8 points of difference as the Lions now get us up over to the 40-metre line. 3 tackles gone here. The Firehawks doing well to sort of contain the damage. But Zach Robson now gets past that gap there. 4 tackles gone. We're over halfway now. We're going to have 1 more tackle before they're going to have to kick it. And it looks like it's going to be a punt kick down to the corners. As we've got Robson in the pocket. Bazerman in the pocket instead. As gets down to the ball gets down to Eden Hills. He gets past 1. He goes to get past Shelby Winchester, but Shelby makes that nice tackle with, I believe, Carter Ross in tow. As we go 2 pass out to Strat, who gets driven backwards. 7 minutes left to play as the Firehawks look to try and close the gap. Whitaker now gets us up to halfway. Middle of the field here. They're going to go back towards the middle of the uprights. Strat now with a big bump off here. That's the stuff that they need. And that's the stuff that the Firehawks need. So bit of pressure let off from them there. The Firehawks are going to have an opportunity now to get deeper into the Lions half here with about 5-6 minutes left to play. Every moment is crucial here for the Firehawks.
Yeah.
As Digby Johnson's going to get us underway with the ball. Looking to go towards the left, right upright. Shelby Winchester gets the ball to Strat. Strat now pushing towards that try line. 2 tackles gone. They're going to go to the left side of the field. Chevy Winchester now tries to push forward the line. Gets wrapped up nicely there. Couple metres out from the try line. He goes for the 2 passer there, but throws an intercept ball to Cashman. And the Lions fans just erupt from that one, Mitch.
Yeah, that was a very easy let off there. The crowd was starting to really get behind the Firehawks, but I think the home crowd advantage is really just helping out the Lions in those small little situations like that.
Absolutely. And Matthews, now get us onto the TBC Live logo. We've got about 3 minutes left to play, 8-point lead here. I feel like the fans probably think this game is done. But as I say that, Digby Johnson gets a ball from a wayward pass. He gets past one. He's going to score. Hold your hats, boys. We've got a game on our hands. Digby Johnson's just made this a 4-point game. John Boy Maeva says, yes, sir, that's a try. And we're going to have an opportunity now to make it 2 points of difference.
All effort there from the big fella there. That just epitomised the never give up mentality. Bringing his team back within 2, I'd assume, after this kick. It is definitely on, and we are set for a finals type finish.
Absolutely. I mean, a great tale from Digby Johnson there. He's the one that threw the late pass that was intercepted and nearly closed out the game, and then he's done that as well. So you almost forget about that. So 3 minutes are left on the clock, 14 points to 12. What a way to start your Wednesday, as Reece Davies is going to get us underway. I'd hate to be either one of these mentors here. Being a mentor myself previously, I do not like these close games at all. But Jay McBob's going to get us underway. Every little mistake's going to count here for both sides. So, and as I say that,
Josh, the commentator's curse has begun.
As I've said that, they've just coughed the ball up here, and Basman now he's going to push towards the line and get rotated onto his back here. Being this close, I'd imagine they'd be looking to just kind of prolong the time and waste the clock. But Robson now, he's going to get us closer and closer to that try line. He's going to be just short as Lachlan Martin Jr. tries to barge over for one of his own. He's going to get rotated onto his back. We've got about 45 seconds. Sonny Tyre wants a quick breather. He's going to check the score, check the box, check the bunker. Bunker's going to say, mate, what are you doing? That's not a try. He's on his back. And we're going to go out to the 10 metres with about 30 seconds left of play on the clock. About 40 seconds left to play on the clock, sorry. 4 tackles gone. Shelby Winchester gets the steps on 1 here. Last tackle. We're going to go to the pocket. And it's an offside. It's an offside. It's a penalty for the Firehawks here. With about 8 seconds left on the clock here, we'll get 1 play. We're
This is sort of school type stuff. Last play called right now.
Last play, bell's gone. Oh!
And it's a forward pass.
Oh my goodness. I don't have any words. I don't have any words for that.
What a game.
That is a fantastic game. Wow. 14 points to 12. Central Coast Lions, the home team, they're going to run out of Gosford as the winners. And the Firehawks, they're going to regroup, regather. But not all lost here. The Firehawks were great today. This has been some really good football. As we take a look at some of the stats here, possession again, 51% to 49. Completions again, 16 out of 20, 17 out of 24. Errors, penalties, tackles, line breaks, and missed tackles. They're all, you could split them one way or another. But this game, the stats don't really do it justice at all. As we'll take a look at some of the Lions stats here, if you want to run us through those here, Wilmot.
So Adam Bazerman had a great game for the Lions. 181 running metres, 1 line break, 18 tackles with only 3 missed. And then Sevu Singh, danger man on the wing, 138 metres off just 8 runs, 5 line breaks. Definitely a man of the match performance right there. And as we go down through, Jono Cashman and Brody James, both on 135 metres. Some great effort there. And if we look at both Shelby Winchester and Lachlan Martin Jr., both with 14 tackles, didn't miss a single one, and also sharing 4 and 3 line breaks between them.
Absolutely. Great stats there across the board. One I'm going to quickly highlight before we do move over to the Firehawks. Carter Ross, 23 tackles and none missed. And Jono Cashman, 20 tackles and 1 missed. So great work from the two of you there. That's some fantastic stuff. But we're going to take a look over at some of the Firehawks stats. There we go. So yeah, look, Josh Hoji, the hooker, getting 147 run meters, 15 tackles, 2 miss, a line break, kick, and pretty good stuff from him there. Digby Johnson, though, with a man of the match performance, absolutely. 145 run meters, 22 tackles, only 1 miss, a tackle break, 5 line breaks, a kick, a try assist, and a try. So great effort from the man there. Alian, Eden Hills, Ross Buckley, Jimmy Lopez, Arun Strat, all over 100 run meters. In terms of tackles, 22 tackles to Arun Strat, none missed. 20 tackles and 3 missed to Jay McBob. 19 and 1 for Travis Whitaker. So again, some really good tackling from the Firehawks here. And I guess the main issue here for the Firehawks were those last-minute errors here. But look, we'll have a quick look. Ross Buckley, his first game at fullback for the Firehawks, and I believe his first game at fullback at all. 119 run meters off 12 runs, 11 tackles and none missed, 3 line breaks. That's great stuff from Ross. Great stuff, especially from a fullback as well. The only thing to tidy up there would definitely be the 2 penalties. The only 2 penalties that this team gave away, and they both came from Ross. So not a great sign from them there. However, nevertheless, 14 points to 12. Great game. I guess, Mitch, did you have any final words from the crowd before we let you go?
Oh, that was edge of the seat performance. The crowd just hung in there to the end, and Firehawks, their fans were getting right behind them to the very end, and they were very unlucky to lose. But the Lions crowd, wow, they're partying and they're staying on top of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. As we'll head to FMG Waikato Stadium in Waikato for our next clash and our final clash of the Mines game, our Mines round of round 4, Waikato versus Melbourne. But before we get to that, we've got a couple of SRL games to fill out your day. So that'll be all from us here up at Central Coast Stadium in Gosford. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your night.